So today we're on the Big Island, Hawaii, and we're honey harvesting. This is going to be awesome.
Get a little testy. We're not going to smoke them. Okay, here, give you a sample of, right here, this is cat brood, baby bees. And there's in between, they've hatched out, and she's already come back and back laid them. There's larvae in there. You can see maybe the queen's here, but I doubt it. She looks like older stuff.
And this shiny is nectar?
That's nectar that hasn't been drawn out. This is all honey that they've cured, waiting to feed. So if you look at brood, usually there's a circle, and the corners are full of nectar or bee bread. Now she might be on this side because I see a lot of younger brood, but little patchworks. They've been honey bound so much that they're trying to backfill it on her. So we will put 2 boxes on here for her, and that way she can come up. If she wants to come up and lay in the other box, I don't care.
Our brood boxes.
Okay, gotcha.
And the medium ones are what they call the honey supers.
Okay.
That's where typically.
Okay, coming by. Smoke the top. Get them to drive down. That way I'm not smashing too many of them. Okay, all right, coming by.
Okay, got the 3 frames in there.
Okay, give me that other one there.
It's heavy.
On your end.
Okay, we'll put those in the middle. I don't know those two have any brood or anything in it. It's just.
What are those?
Small hive beetles.
Okay. And what are they? Is that good or bad?
Bad.
That's bad.
Destroy a hive.
They will lay eggs, turn into larvae, and
Look at all the drones. Look at all the drones that are on there. These are drones. These big, kind of fat ones like here. Big head, kind of
big
look a little
eyes,
bigger.
bug
Like
eyes.
this is a drone. That's a drone. The drones do not have stingers. The actual stinger is part of the egg laying process on a queen, and all the workers are females. So the males is, and that way the feet can get done with this.
That was right. This is heavy as shit. 1, 2, 3. This is bad.
Get out of here.
Yes,
Okay.
because it get you see that each frame will slide into here,
Okay.
and what you do is you cap or decap the honey.
Okay.
Right now it's got a cap over it, a wax cap.
Okay.
So you cut that off, and that opens up that honey cell,
Uh-huh.
and you put them in here, and you go like
All right.
Yeah, they're a little better that way, yeah. And then what you want to do is make sure it just slides like that. We won't need to. Right now we're going to make sure this is tight. Yeah, it wasn't, because I've done that before. And I had the bucket underneath there. Okay. Pull this out as good as I wish they had.
Ooh, that's purty.
And what you're seeing there is bits of wax, and might be.
That's why the filter's in there.
Yeah, and there's two different kinds of filters in there.
Okay.
And by the time it comes out, it's crystal clear. You don't want to pasteurize your honey because they have to do it for the stores,
Uh-huh.
but
We don't.
it destroys all the good enzymes that's in it.
Gotcha. And then what do you do with this leftover wax?
I'll melt it down.
Okay.
into beeswax blocks, and then whoever wants it takes it home.
Gotcha.
Make candles, lip balm,
Waterproof your shoes,
and it just
Yeah?
any
Seriously.
Okay.
Beeswax.
Now, how many of these grates did we just do?
So far we've done 6.
Okay.
This spinner only does 3 frames at a time on,
Okay.
on the deeps and the mediums, but we didn't have that many to do it. It's a process of mineral, some oils and wax, and they boil it down. There's a whole different couple formulas.
Okay.
I don't deal with it.
Okay.
I just make wax blocks and just get it out of the way, because I raise the bees more for pollination.
Mm-hmm.
The honey and the beeswax is more of a pain in the butt for me than it is for what I do. It's
Gotcha.
a hobby.
What are you pollinating?
Anything and everything that I grow in my garden, my fruit trees.
Okay.
I started raising bees when I was in junior high school. Then I got married, my first wife, and she was deathly allergic to bees.
Mm.
So I had to get rid of them.
Mm-hmm.
I had a friend that had a nectarine orchard, so I gave him my hives. And then when when I went through a divorce and stuff, moved back, I had my fruit trees and my apple trees that about the time they're ready to bloom, all the bees, the commercial bees and all that were in the area, they were loading them up and taking them to California for the almond.
Oh,
So
really? Okay.
I wasn't getting pollination. I get, probably 10% pollination on my trees.
Uh-huh.
So I went and got a couple hives and started raising them again. And that first year, one of my trees got so heavy it fell over, ripped itself out of the ground, and another beech tree split in half. And so there was a learning I had to start thinning my trees big time because I was getting 100% pollination.
Wow.
2 hives turned into 5.
Yeah,
5 to 10. 10
Actually,
to 20.
I think the most I had was 20. And then I had swarms coming in and out, and I was catching them. And the lady up the hill, we got together. She's actually went to school. You talking about the arthritis and stuff. She went to school. She was a licensed. I can't remember what they call it. But she would sting people's knuckles and stuff for arthritis.
Interesting.
And we kind of started a little bee club, and so a lot of people that wanted to get started with her and me, we would catch swarms, and I had old boxes and stuff. So I was setting up people before I left there. There's about 20 people in bee club doing bees before I left.
Right on.
So, and then I get here, start raising them, and guess what?
And here we are.
We're back. Now, if you want to take a quick look,
Yeah.
just out of that last little batch,
Okay.
there's
So we got about a gallon, probably.
about a little over a gallon out
Okay.
of the first 3.
Okay.
Don't realize the water when it's super hot,
Uh-huh.
they'll do that bearding where they're cooling it. But on top of it, they got bees that are going to get water coming in, and they kind of put droplets all over the cone and the brood and all that. Then they'll sit there and fan, and they turn it into like a swamp air conditioner. They're using water to cool their hive off. Disconnect their muscles. They can actually, I say disconnect. It's not really disconnect. There's a term for it, which I'm not that good at it. But they can basically disconnect their wings during the winter, and they'll cluster in a ball.
Okay.
And the queen's usually down in the middle, and they'll cluster that ball, and they'll sit there, and they're in that ball, and they're all vibrating their muscles, and it creates friction, which
Okay.
creates heat. And what's interesting about it, on the outer, it might be minus 10 degrees, 20 degrees out. The bees that are out on the end, they'll finally keep doing it until they get lethargic and they can't move.
Uh-huh.
And then the bees will actually grab them and drag them down into more towards the center of the ball, and the other ones will move out, and they do that. They just keep rotating, and that's how they keep that heat and keep the queen and the brood. They'll move. She doesn't have a lot of brood, but she'll keep a small thing of brood, and she'll move around. They'll move around that, and they'll gather the feed, and that cluster of bees will move in that hive frame for the food a little bit. honey and kind of mix it together. They'll smash it down and then put in the and run the brood.
Mm-hmm.
And then they put a little wax coat over, like they're canning it or whatever.
Okay.
Capping the honey here, and then they use that protein. It's a protein.
Okay.
That's what they make the royal jelly out of, and they feed their larvae and they eat it themselves. During wintertime, it's emergency food. They'll eat the honey. They don't eat it as much when this honey flow's going on.
Uh-huh.
People would think they're more into the nectar, or not the nectar, but the pollen, the bee bread, and then, like I said, the nectar. They're not. They're eating the straight nectar.
Okay.
Because this stuff, they got to process it, dry it. This basically like we would can process food for winter.
Yeah.
Clean it up.
Right.
That's
So
what
this
they
is
do.
their food source.
That's their food source for winter. Just
Okay.
They make so much of it.
Uh-huh.
And as humans, we raise them
And
Steal from 'em.
and jack their food.
gotta watch the little movie, the Bee Movie. It shows how we stole all their honey.
So that's honey harvesting on the Big Island. I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I did making it. I learned a lot today about beekeeping in general and honey harvesting and the materials that you can utilize from the bees and how they like us jacking their food so that they can get some more exercise when they make more honey. And then most importantly, how important they are to our ecosystem. So if you like the video, be sure and like it and subscribe, and make sure and have a great day.